For decades, saturated fat has been demonized as a dietary villain. We've been told it clogs our arteries, expands our waistlines, and increases our risk for chronic diseases. But what if I told you that saturated fat isn't inherently bad? In fact, it plays several vital roles in the body. Our cells need saturated fat for structural integrity. Hormones rely on it for production. It even helps us absorb important vitamins. Clearly, there's more to this story than we've been led to believe. It's time to separate fact from fiction and explore the science behind saturated fats. We'll uncover the truth about this controversial nutrient, understand its different forms, and learn how to make informed choices for optimal health, because knowledge is power, and when it comes to your health, you deserve to be empowered. Fats, whether they're the saturated kind or their unsaturated counterparts, are essential nutrients that play a crucial role in our diet. They provide energy, support cell growth, and protect our organs. They're composed of building blocks called fatty acids, which are chains of carbon atoms linked together. These chains can vary in length and structure, influencing the fat's properties and functions. The term saturated refers to how many hydrogen atoms are attached to these carbon chains. When every possible bond is filled with a hydrogen atom, the fat is considered saturated. Imagine a train with open seats representing carbon atoms. Each seat can be occupied by a hydrogen atom. In a saturated fat, every seat on the train is occupied by a hydrogen atom. This complete occupancy makes the structure very stable. There are no empty spaces, which means the molecules can pack closely together. This structure makes saturated fats solid at room temperature, like the coconut oil you might use for cooking or the butter you spread on your toast. Unsaturated fats, on the other hand, have some empty seats on their carbon chain train. These empty seats are due to the presence of double bonds. These empty seats represent double bonds between carbon atoms. The presence of these double bonds creates kinks in the chain, preventing tight packing. These double bonds make unsaturated fats liquid at room temperature, like the olive oil you drizzle on your salad or the canola oil used in cooking. Understanding this basic difference is key to unraveling the complexities of fat metabolism and their impact on our health. Knowing how these fats behave can help us make better dietary choices. Let's follow the fascinating journey of fat from the moment it enters your mouth. Digestion kicks off with chewing, breaking down food into smaller particles. Enzymes in your saliva begin to dismantle fat molecules. As food travels down to your stomach, gastric juices churn and mix, further breaking down fats. The real action happens in your small intestine, where bile from the liver emulsifies fats, making them easier to digest. Here, pancreatic enzymes break down fats into smaller molecules called fatty acids and glycerol. These tiny molecules are then absorbed into the intestinal lining, where they're repackaged into particles called chylomicrons. These chylomicrons, carrying your newly digested fats, travel through the lymphatic system and eventually enter the bloodstream, ready to be used by the body for energy, cell structure, and other essential functions. Not all saturated fats are created equal. Let's meet the shortest members of the family short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs. Don't let their size fool you. These little guys play a big role in our health. SCFAs are produced when beneficial bacteria in our gut ferment fiber. Think of it as a symbiotic relationship. We feed the good bacteria in our gut with fiber, and they reward us with S-severs. Butyrate, one of the most important SCFAs, acts as fuel for the cells lining our colon, supporting a healthy gut barrier. This is crucial for preventing leaky gut, a condition that can contribute to inflammation and various health issues. SCFAs also possess remarkable anti-inflammatory properties, helping to calm inflammation throughout the body. This makes them powerful allies in the fight against chronic diseases linked to inflammation. Section 5. Medium-chain fatty acids, metabolic boosters. Next up are medium-chain fatty acids, or MCFAs. These fats are found in foods like coconut oil and have gained significant attention for their potential metabolic benefits. Unlike long-chain fatty acids, which require a more complex digestive process, MCFAs are absorbed directly into the bloodstream from the small intestine. This unique characteristic gives them a direct route to the liver, where they can be used for energy production. Some studies suggest that MCFAs may have a thermogenic effect, meaning they could slightly increase calorie expenditure and potentially aid in weight management. More research is needed to confirm these findings, but the initial results are promising. Additionally, MCFAs are thought to enhance ketone production. Ketones are an alternative fuel source for the brain, particularly beneficial during periods of fasting or carbohydrate restriction. Section 6. Long-chain saturated fatty acids. Navigating the controversy. Long-chain saturated fatty acids, or LCSFAs, are the most abundant type of saturated fat in the modern diet. They are present in a wide array of foods that many people consume daily. They are found in both animal and plant sources, including meat, dairy, and some tropical oils. This makes them a common component of various dietary patterns around the world. They are essential for various bodily functions such as hormone production and cell membrane integrity. Without them, our bodies would struggle to perform these critical tasks efficiently. However, LCSFAs have also been at the center of the saturated fat debate for many years. The scientific community remains divided on their overall impact on health. Some studies have linked high intakes of certain LCSFAs, particularly palmitic acid found in palm oil and some animal products, to an increased risk of heart disease. This has led to widespread concern and ongoing research. It's important to note that the relationship between LCSFAs and heart health is complex and not fully understood. Various factors can influence this relationship, making it a challenging area of study. Many factors contribute to heart disease, including genetics, lifestyle, and overall dietary patterns. It's not just about the fats themselves, but how they fit into the bigger picture of one's health. Furthermore, emerging research suggests that focusing on the source of LCSFAs may be more relevant than simply looking at total intake. This nuanced approach could lead to better dietary recommendations. For instance, LCSFAs from processed meats appear to have a different impact on health compared to those from whole, unprocessed sources like grass-fed beef or pasture-raised dairy. This distinction is crucial for making informed dietary choices. Section 8. Beyond the label, prioritizing quality food sources. While reading food labels is important, it's only part of the equation. Focusing on the quality of your food sources is equally crucial. Remember, not all saturated fats are created equal, and their effects on health can vary depending on their source. When choosing animal products, prioritize those from animals raised in a more natural, humane environment. Grass-fed beef, pasture-raised poultry, and eggs from hens that roam freely tend to have a healthier fat profile compared to their conventionally raised counterparts. Embrace whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible. These foods are naturally lower in saturated fat and packed with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support overall health. And don't forget about the power of healthy fats like those found in avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and fatty fish. These unsaturated fats provide essential fatty acids that our bodies need to thrive. Section 9. The bottom line: balance and moderation for optimal health. The science of saturated fat is complex and ever-evolving. Rather than getting bogged down in the minutiae of specific fatty acids, it's more helpful to embrace a holistic approach to your diet. Remember that food is more than the sum of its parts. No single nutrient exists in isolation, and focusing on overall dietary patterns is key to achieving optimal health. Enjoy a variety of whole, unprocessed foods, prioritize quality over quantity, and listen to your body's hunger and fullness cues. By embracing balance and moderation, you can nourish your body with confidence and enjoy a vibrant, healthy life.